This is basic training covering spacesuit usage and mission management. Hello, my name is Ada, Artificial Intelligence Training Assistant. Welcome to AstrOpticon Training Center. Let's get you through your basic training. First, the flight controls. Hold the assign button to move left. Hold the assign button to move right. Hold the assign button to move up. Hold the assign button to move down. Hold the assign button to move forward. Hold the assign button to move backward. Hold the assign button to slow down and stop. Hold the assign button and move mouse to look away from current direction. Hold assigned button to rotate left. Hold assigned button to rotate right. Good. Your A1 license is now granted. Let's continue with the training. Note that you have some active elements on your hood. On top of the screen, you will find conversation history. Open it now. That's it. This panel also shows your mission briefing as first entry, so you may review it at any time. Now open the Objectives panel. This panel shows your current mission objectives, but will also show useful hints. Use it whenever you need advice what to do next. Now look on the right side of your HUD. You will find your current suit resource levels here, but also your flashlight setting control. Set the flashlight to maximum power. This flashlight is very powerful as it's meant not only to help you work, but also find your way in the dark if necessary. On higher settings, it will drain your energy faster. To replenish your suit resources, simply point on service station with your cursor and hold the assigned button until they are fully replenished. Resources are free during training, but on a mission, you will be charged for using service station. Since we're already in the cargo bay, let's practice door control. You never know when it comes in handy. Cargo bay doors can be opened from both inside and outside. Let's close left hangar gate from the inside. Good. If you happen to be outside of shuttle and need to open cargo bay doors, there's an external lever as well. Let's try it now to open the left hangar gate again. It's good to remember about these external levers. In the meantime, we're granting you a 2 license. Good, that covers your A2 license. Now let's get started with mission and resource management. Go to your hub screen and click on it with the assigned button. This is your management hub. It has 3 main panels to manage missions, resources, and to review your personal information. Let's start with Personal Panel. On the right side, you can review your current license levels. As you can see, you already have A1 and A2 licenses unlocked. Feel free to get accustomed to this panel and switch to Inventory Panel when ready. Inventory Panel allows you to review your items, repair or recycle them, trade items or resources with the company, and even print or recycle items. Let's start with Your Items panel. Here you can see your entire inventory. You can use filters on top of lists to help you search. This is also where you can repair or recycle items. These activities will be covered by other trainings. Now let's go to Trade Items panel. Whenever you encounter a broken part that for some reason you cannot repair, you can simply use new one from shuttle stock. Of course not for free. These reserves are property of AstrOpticon, and you can't simply take them. You have to purchase them and consider them your assignment costs. Now let's go to Trade Resources panel. This is where you can trade resources with the company. Shuttles always carry some amount of resources, but in order to discourage inefficiency, mechanics always have to pay for resources they use. On the upside, we will always be interested in buying extra resources that you have obtained if you're willing to sell them. You may have a look at Print Items panel if you want, but since it will be covered by another training, let's go to Straight Missions panel. This is where you can accept new assignments. Some missions may require certain license levels or travel to other destinations. Space travel is not cheap, so try not to pick your missions at random. In order to be able to accept a new mission, you first need to finalize your current mission. The same is true for training missions. Let's finalize this mission now. Great. Now you're free to choose another mission. As you can see, real missions require at least some maintenance skills, but you will also find training missions on the list. As you obtain new licenses, more training courses will become available. While basic trainings are free of charge, you will have to pay for more advanced courses. You can exit Hub and practice, or you can select Next Training Mission and accept it. In the meantime, we have just granted you A3 license. Your basic training is now complete. This training covers basics of performing repairs. Welcome back to AstrOpticon Training Center. Today we will go through basics of maintenance work. There are training sets prepared for each course. You will find everything you need under panel TG1. Go there now.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Space Mechanic Simulator. I feel like that's the longest I've gone without saying anything. Hopefully that didn't turn anybody off, but yeah, tutorials are very in your face in this one. Yeah, the controls are a bit difficult. I had to unplug my wheel and my stick because the game was recognizing both as controllers. So yeah, obviously I'm gonna have to think of a better solution. I don't know if I want to have to unplug my wheel and my side stick every single time I want to play this game. And yeah, I tried using my Steam controller. It didn't really seem to be working that well. So yeah, we're just doing keyboard, which is fine. I just wish I didn't have to unplug everything for it to realize that, oh yeah, you want to use keyboard. But anyways, this is what we're gonna be doing instead of surviving Mars. So I'll go and get down here and slam on the brakes.
If you're at a moderate distance from an object, you can view object name by pointing at it with your cursor. At larger distances, information will be displayed on blue background. But when you're close enough to interact with object, indication will be shown in green.
Okay. Next.
While interacting with object, your movement is limited to that object. To help with repairs, you can zoom in for more closer look using assigned buttons. Your HUD will also adapt to being in repair mode by displaying quick inventory panel at the bottom. So if you can't see your inventory, you're probably in free flight mode. Let's open the panel now. You will have to remove all screws holding it with your screwdriver. Bring up your toolbox by holding the assign button. Now move your cursor over. Now point on every screw and press the assign button.
There we go. But zap them all out.
Good. With all screws removed, you can now remove the cover itself. To pull an object out of its place, drag your mouse or controller while holding the assign button. Usually, it's necessary to close a valve before you detach a pipe. In this training set, there is nothing flowing through the pipes, so there is no leak risk, and valves are only being closed as part of exercise. Close valves TSV1, TSV2, and TSV3 now.
Close, close, and close.
Hold the assign button to bring up your toolbox again and select wrench. Use your wrench to detach everything blocking your way to broken pipe. If something is attached with bolts, you need to remove them first. Simply point at them one by one and perform up and down motion while holding assigned button.
Oh. Okay, can I get... There we go. I can go a bit down. And then stop. There we go. So yeah, untighten all these bolts. Get these pipes out. I like how our wrench magically changes sizes. That's very nice. Very convenient that our wrench does that. But yeah, I know we did all this in the first look video, but I know there are people who probably didn't watch that. So yeah, I think that's all the bolts. I think now they want us to remove the pipes, right? Yeah, so probably just no tool, and then we can just bam, 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 bam. Take out all these pipe holders. Bam, bam, bam. There we go. And medium pipe. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. Or this medium pipe. I don't know which one's medium
Good.
pipe.
Now let's put all the parts back inside. You can find them in your quick inventory panel at the bottom of your screen. Clicking on title bar of that panel will show or hide it. Hold the assign button to drag and drop items from your quick inventory back into their proper place.
Alright, that seems easy enough. That goes there, that goes there, that goes there. You go there, you go there. And then these degrees, they go up there. Alright, perfect. Bam, bam, bam. 10 centimeter mounts go down here. $20 centimeter mounts go up here. And then the 30 centimeters.
Remember to put the bolts back in. These are not in your quick inventory. For convenience, such small objects are always in your pockets, and all you have to do is to use wrench or screwdriver in the right place. Remember, wrench is for bolts, and screwdriver for screws.
Yep.
Always use the right tool for the job. Because mechanics often forget to open valves after completing their tasks, it has recently become a mandatory part of this exercise. Open all valves now.
I'll do so in a second. Give me a second. I'm just tightening all the bolts first. Oh, no, I didn't mean to take you off. There we go. Open, open, and open.
Now let's open electric box TRB1. You will need to detach screws first.
Alright, so let's open up the electrical panel. So I'll grab the screwdriver. So we got the screws in all four corners here. And then pochoir.
There is a single PLC controller here. It has no program loaded, so it does not perform any function. But it has power. Now detach battery TBT1 next to electric box.
How? Oh, wait, we need to wrench that. We need to wrench that out of there. There we go, there we go, there we go. Alright, I'll go up a little bit so that we can see these bolts. Alright, now we can swing that
Look
out.
at PLC controller again. It has no power. Put the battery back in place.
Battery back. Pochoir. 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 Pochoir.
Some controllers have old firmware and do not switch on automatically after power has been restored. They have to be reset manually. Press the reset switch on PLC controller.
Boop. And boop.
Sometimes during repairs, you will need to remove or disconnect power source. It is your responsibility to restore entire object to its working state, so you may need to reset some controllers after finishing repairs. Now close electric box. We're done here.
Alright, so electric box cover, bam. Grab the screwdriver. Put these back into place.
Don't forget to put back the panel and secure it with screws.
And put back the big panel and then zoop. Oh, wait, no, I keep doing that instead of this. And then down at the bottom. There we go.
Exit repair mode by choosing Fly Away from your M1 license has been granted. Congratulations. Feel free to practice and experiment. Once you're ready to move on, finalize this mission and choose another from Hub.
Okay, mission completed. So now we need to head back to our shuttle. Back to the shuttle. So yeah, again, I think this episode probably is going to be a bunch of tutorials because that is pretty much what this game starts you off with. And yeah, hopefully I can figure out how to not crash into things, but also figure out how to make the controller work a bit better. I mean, keyboard's fine. I don't like how I have to unplug my wheel. I've already mentioned that. So yeah, hopefully I can figure something out with that. So yeah, missions, and then we can finalize this one. We gained our M1 license. Finalize mission, confirm. Nothing gained. Alright, but now we have some regular missions. Or no, this is maintenance, this is still training. Let me close the objectives window. There we go. Okay, so yeah, we have two. This one requires, this gets us diagnostics level. Here we go. We'll do this diagnostics level one because I think that was one we did not do in the first look video. Again, if you guys want, you can go check out that first look video, but it is pretty much exactly
this training covers using your palm top to diagnose problems and working with diagrams.
Yeah, so if you guys didn't see that, I would recommend going and check that out. But yeah, this is one thing we didn't get to. And I actually did end up recording this diagnostics, but I didn't end up including it because yeah, I liked the way the video ended with us arriving at Mars.
Welcome to your first diagnostics training. A lot of new and interesting knowledge in this one, so let's not waste any time and fly straight for panel TG3. Approach to the panel. It is marked on your HUD.
All right. There we go. That was a bit better. Okay. Oh, right. Screwdriver. Get this panel off and see what we're dealing with.
Let's try learning how pumps work and how can they be diagnosed. Before you start working with any set, it's usually a good idea to download its diagram. You do that using your palm top. You can operate your palm top by clicking on its screen or by using the assigned buttons. Select Scan QR Code, option in your palm top's main menu. Good, your scanner is now ready to go. Do you see that label at the back of training set? Point to it and hold the assigned button. Scanning a code downloads diagram associated with given set and displays in on your HUD. Close this diagram for now.
So yeah, you can see how everything's connected and everything like that.
Once you have a diagram scanned, you can display it again anytime you want using the assigned good. You can reconfigure the behavior and control options anytime you want. Let's scan the label on electric box TST Ep.1 now. Diagrams of electric boxes usually show objects controlled by that box. For example, on this diagram you can see that pump TSTP is connected to port PM1 inside electric box. This port is connected to port A3 of programmable logic controller TST-EP. This means that our pump is controlled by this PLC. Let's open this electric box and switch off this TST-EP controller. To switch off controller, you simply need to press the reset button on the front side of the controller.
Okay, so let's get these screws off. There you go, it makes it easier to see when they flash red like that. So we can pop that off, then we can pull up our diagram, and we can see, okay, so we're looking for TST-EP. So we have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go, there's TST-EP, so we can reset
The pump will
that.
stop working now. Look at the front panel of this pump. There is a label there, can you see it? Use your palm top and scan that QR code.
Alright, scan that QR code.
When you scan any mechanical part, your palm top will give you live information about that part's state. While still in this screen, reset PLC controller TST-EP. Device will need about 2 seconds to start up. Electric motor has power again. This means our pump now scan pipe TST2.
So you can see our pump is working. Now we're going to scan the pipe.
Every pipe has 2 sets of sensors inside, 1 at each end. Now scan pipe TST1, the fragment with valve on it. See what happens when you close the valve.
So when we close the valve.
As you can see, pump is still trying to push substance, so we get pressure reading on one end. Now open the valve again and observe values on your palm top screen.
So we got pressure here, no pressure here. We open the valve and they equalize.
Let's look at the antenna TSTA now. Now open blueprint of electric box TST Eb1 again. Scan the QR code on box cover or inside the box if you have to. Let's talk about antennas for a moment. This will help you understand how to interpret diagrams. First of all, antennas transmit and receive signals. This antenna is providing received signal to port ARC. This signal is then passed to port A, 3 of controller TSTA-TR. This controller is converting received signal to data. Data is then sent to ship's computer by data cable leading to port RS3. When ship's computer wants to send some data, it uses the same RS3 port, which goes to TSTA-TR controller. Controller will convert this data stream to antenna signal and output this signal on port A2. From port A2, signal goes to port ATR of our antenna and is being transmitted. But that's not all. Many antennas need to aim towards their targets, and they usually have 2 motors controlling their arm. Ship's computer has all the navigation and positioning data required to do the calculations of arm angles. It requests certain arm angles by sending data through ports RS1 and RS2. These ports provide information to PLC controllers TSTAM1 and TSTAM2. Each one controls a single antenna arm motor. Whenever PLC wants to change angle, it will send positive or negative voltage to electric motor controlling that arm. But it also needs to know current position of arm to determine which way to turn. This is why each motor has 2 signals associated with it: controlling signal and sensor signal. Controlling signal is generated by PLC, and sensor signal is generated by motor and read by PLC. You can play around and switch off PLC controlling antenna, but this concludes our basic diagnostics training. Remember to leave everything in working state. Otherwise, someone else will have to come here and fix test setup before next training session, and we will have to charge you extra in penalties for that. Your D1 license is now granted. May it serve you well.
Alright, so yeah, we can try. So yeah, if we take a look at this, TSTA-M1 controls AM1, AM2, which is the top motor. So if we turn this, if we turn this guy off, the motor of the antenna, the top one, should not be able to move. And it looks like the antenna, yeah, see, just the bottom one's moving. So the antenna can't aim where it needs to go, but then when we turn that on, now the top should be able to rotate freely. So there you go. Yeah, so there you go. Now the top is rotated and the antenna works again. Alright, we gotta head back to our ship, I think. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta put all this back, right? I forgot about that. Alright, put this back. Zap all the screws in. No, zap them in. Okay, and then put the big panel on. There we go. And fly away. Alright, back to our ship. You're getting better at flying around. Missions and finalize. Confirm. We gain nothing. Yay. Alright. So, we have some stuff we can do. Oh, this is price. This is costing us. I see. These are all still tutorial missions, I think. I guess so. We need level 3 diagnostics for that, and this is the flight to Mars. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Finally, we can do something. I think we'll end it off with this, because, yeah, I still got a lot to work out. But, yeah, hopefully this will be a fun series. But, yeah, we'll end it with a normal mission, so that way we're not just doing tutorials this whole episode.
Something is leaking. Check if it is not a pipe.
Alright, yeah, just so we're not doing tutorials all episode, we'll go ahead and check on this little satellite. Seem to be above India. Funny little satellite. Let's go ahead and flew to the side, get around it. Okay. So something is leaking. Let's crank this up a little bit so we can see what's going on here. Alright, so I think we can take this panel off. Of course, select the screwdriver. Bam. Alright. So this is... Sweet. Can scan the electric box. Let's scan this. Batteries charged by SPX. Okay, that's just the batteries. What about the electrical box? Okay. So battery chargers are powered by BC2 and BC1. We do have two motors, E1 and E2, which are both being run by... Well, E1 is here. Okay, they're both being run by R3D4. So let's go ahead and turn that off so we can turn off the pumps. Then we're going to turn off R3D4. So, yeah, R3D4, off with you. And then the pumps are probably on the other side, so we'll just turn our light off and go around to the other side. This side should be fine because it's sunlit. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here's some pipes. Oh, that looks like a busted valve. Let's see. Yeah, so we shut off the pumps. So the pumps aren't running. This looks like the leak right about here. I mean, we could probably go turn the pumps back on. I guess if we scan this... Alright, let's scan that. Let's keep that handy, and then we'll go turn on the flow again, out. Okay. Turn that back on, and we'll go check on this over here. So, scan. So that sensor's good. What about that sensor? Aha, there we go. So there's our leak. Down here. Okay, so if we shut this valve, does that get rid of all the pressure here? Yeah, well, it definitely takes care of our leak, I think. What if we close this valve? Okay, if we shut this valve, then we don't have to worry about this. Okay, so I think I want to remove this. So we're going to remove this pipe. And now we can yoink this and this. And then that pipe out. Alright, and yeah, that's the bad pipe. That's the 21% one. I'll just yoink these out. These seem fine though. Yeah, those are good. I think it's that. I think that's our pipe. Let's go take this back to the ship. So yeah, I think I overcomplicated things by flying over to the panel on the complete opposite side. It was the panel that was on the close side. I do just want to say I did decide to do this game on hard mode, just because I do like figuring things out, and I hate it when like car mechanic tells you and stuff's wrong, and it's like, well, I have a test path and all this stuff, and I don't get to use it. And honestly, diagnosing things in this game is quite cool. How you have to scan everything, and so that's why we're on hard mode. But if it gets too hard, I can always change the difficulty. But I just like being able to diagnose things. So yeah, trade items, your items, resources.
Many minutes later.
Oh, I'm silly. I can click over here. Okay, so pipe. There we go. Yes. Buy price. Wait, I just need... So yeah, I can sell the one I have. And then I can buy one. No, I want one that's good though. So yeah, sell that one, confirm, and then there we go. Right here, I can select this, and I can buy one. There we go. All right, that was a bit you know, so. I guess I'll top off. I'm at 69% fuel, so I'll go ahead and top off. All right. Probably should turn off my light because I don't think I need it. Oh, wow, we're orbiting quickly. We're already above Africa. Also, are we orbiting retrograde? The planet's rotating that way. Don't know. We might be orbiting retrograde. Okay, we'll bump that up a little bit. So we can get the new pipe in there. New pipe. The new angled pipes. The new mounts. Then wing the bolts back in there. Alright, and then just open this up and make sure we have flow. Perfect. Everything seems to be in working order now. Alright, we'll go put the panel around on the other side. Oh, why can't I go this way? Oh. Fly away! Forget about that sometimes. Okay, electrical box cover. And panel. Alright, mission completed. Back to the ship. Woohoo! Alright, maybe we have time for one more. I don't want to shortchange you guys. Oh, let's get over to the screen. There we go. And there we go. Finalize that mission. Finalize. Yes. Confirm. There we go. So again, no penalties for that mission. You need to take a leak. No, I think I'm good, thanks. Let's do this one. All right.
The satellite reported error PE21. As you know very well from the manual, this means that its battery has failed and disabled important systems. Replace it and turn on all systems.
Roger, will comply. Oh, look, the moon. Look, the moon's over there. So I guess I should go ahead and maybe just buy a battery before we even get over there. We know it's a battery. So inventory, trade items, battery. Oh, look, our broken pipe's still in there. Battery. We'll go ahead and buy one. Confirm. All right. Looks good. So yeah, I think what hard does is basically it's not telling us what panel. Because I think before it would tell you what panel. You know, what panel to look under. I'm just gonna ram my face into it though. That works. That works well enough for me. Alright, so yeah, we'll just check this panel. This one looks like a panel. This is a panel. Battery might be under here. We will see. Let's see. No battery under this one. Sorry for wasting your time. Put that back. Alright, so where? Column 11. So is there just another panel on the other side? There might be just an identical panel on the other side. So we'll fly around. Oh, there's one there. I'm just going to check on this side. Okay, the fact that our battery showed up in our inventory makes me think that this is probably the right side. Bam. Yep, there we go. So I think, yep, big electric box cover. Let's get a wrench to that. Get that off, and there we go. There's our battery. So we can test it. Alright, test. Yeah, completely dead. Get that out of there. I'll go plug that in. Test it. I don't know if that works. I guess what we can do is we can get this panel off. Make sure everything's reset. Yeah, reset all these systems. There we go. So now the battery's charging. Oh, and test just... Okay, that just disconnects that. Interesting. Alright, so there we go. Everything seems to be functioning now. We can go ahead and plug everything back in, or put everything back. As you can see, the battery's charging. Very, very good. Just get the wrench in there. Waggle those nuts back in. Perfect. Mission accomplished. Oh, that's the solar panel. Let's avoid that. Okay. So, your items, trade items, your items, right? So, this item. Recycle. Oh yeah, so I can just recycle it. I get some plastic, I get some copper, and I get some rubber. So yeah, recycle it. Get over here. Maybe we unlock that later. I guess I can just sell it then. Yeah, it doesn't sell for anything because it's completely dead. So yeah, that'll be cool. So that'll be cool once we can actually like recycle this stuff. So yeah, we'll just put that on the ship, I guess. Oh, make sure we set -1. There we go. So that's just on the ship now. All right, and we don't really need those PLCs for anything. So we are done here. Missions, finalize, confirm, and there we go. Amazing. Ooh, requires maintenance too. So yeah, I think next time... Ooh, and rover training. Ooh, that sounds fun. Ooh. So yeah, I think next time we'll probably do this maintenance too. Gain a bit more maintenance skill for some more complicated things. But yeah, I think this will be a fun series. Let me know what you guys think. I still have some... Obviously, like I said, still have some kinks to work out. But no, I think it'll be good fun. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like. Subscribe for new videos. Have a great rest of your day. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Now, how do I get into my shuttle? Where's the door? How do I get in to my space shuttle? How do I get in to my shuttley uttly? I don't know. I'll just give it a boop on the nose. Good boop. The heat shield looks good. That's confirmed.